EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store. As the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And
you got to pick that. You got to pick that.
Too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring your running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be touchdown at the end. Big play on that one.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. You're not liking the look. They'll change the play. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he'll get this back across the midfield.
I thought the vacuum was going to pick it up.
47-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Sticking with Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. Seahawks have struck first in this NFC title game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Field, and we are ready to rock. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown. Oh, he's hitting us the football.
Oh, we didn't get that. Come on now.
42-yard line here and brought down there. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw.
Come on, you got to get there.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And this is good for a first down. His 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout. A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 45.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They run with Thomas. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
All right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot. Know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers...
I like that player. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
Attention closer to the line of scrimmage to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route. Often against the safety, you like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, again to Mitchell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5 on the 10. They should be ready to go.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now 2nd and 9. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready. Let's go now.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Douglas. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. This is Thomas. And he's brought down, giving this one up to about the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside.
She wouldn't allow
here
me
in
to
this
pick a
second
fucking play.
quarter. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This is taken in by McBride. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Thomas. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Arizona.
Now they'll change things up. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 on the Seahawks 23-yard line.
They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, Thomas. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets it up past the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Force that to the ground, and fourth down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
He said you got previous play on, my boy. Oh, my goodness. This the playoffs. No, I don't. All right. I'm gonna get a forced win. You playing with previous play on. That's against the rule. They said you playing with previous play on. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna kick it. Come on. You played against the rules already with previous play on. I don't know. Do you have previous play on?
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert.
So you
Don't jump
said
early and
you
give them
playing with
free
previous
yardage.
play on
Now
because you're an
here's
old
Michael
nigga.
Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken around the 12. Oh, spinning away. It'll be a
He got hit on
47
top of his
yard
head.
with a net of 40 following
Took it
a
off.
7-yard return. And the Cards will take over
So he playing
first
with
and
previous
10.
play on because he's an old nigga. I didn't know that was a prereq.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll audible to something else. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to pick up the
defense
first
doing
down
right there?
and finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 50 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's
Why are they lining up like
down
that?
the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Drops it underneath to Thomas. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Throw left side, complete. That's Williams. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal.
McPherson's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's good.
65 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
46-yard line.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Walter Nolan on the stop. 8 yards.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And going right back to Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7.
Here we go, shot. Liking 18.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Cougar 19.
shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 13-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight. Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Champ 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come on. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
That flag, that'll push him back 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Cowboy 80. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos. 18 Pioneer. Come 19.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Butker's kick here is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
They run over center with Mitchell. And they'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll drop the throw. And here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards there on a first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
First down, here's Mitchell. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the handoff, Mitchell. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready up.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Set. Ready, 40, 17. Track at 60. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They give here to Mitchell. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. Now it's Mitchell. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Here we go. Half the 60. 80. Cowboy 80.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A big play looming on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. He completes this to Walker. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Butker on a 4-point game.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Cardinals 13.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fighting his way through contact. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
You know he's leading the league in fucking
And the
interceptions, right?
Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
At their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Ready up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
And 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. 60
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Intended for Brian Thomas Jr. Incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. And that should just about do it.
15 yards.
Now the Cards going to call another
Last
timeout,
time
their
you lose that,
second.
man.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Come on. Set. Liking 18. Set go. Go.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
You
And
said
that'll
player
close the
with
books
previous
on the
play.
conference
It's
championship.
because he an
For
old
Charles
nigga.
Davis, myself, Brandon Gordon, and our entire crew will talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
I didn't know that was a prereq. Because he an old nigga, he could play with previous play on. You said because he's an old nigga, he could play with previous play on. Damn, I beat you with 41 yards passing. I went in there with 1 speed boost. With all the talking you were doing, I was the underdog.